So this is a massive crisis. There's already been layoffs. Holly mentioned that earlier. And it's almost as though it's this impending catastrophe. And what do we do about it? But the workers occupied the factory. They started running it. And to quote one of the workers, "We're the workers and we know how to run this plant. The supervisors had never seen the smelter operations in such good shape." They ran the plant and it was actually running better under their control without the bosses. And they actually won many concessions with this to keep the jobs and keep investment in the area and stuff like that. Because when push comes to shove, it's a struggle between forces. And the working class, only power they have is the withdrawal of labor, so things like factory occupations. So yeah, that's one. Recently, there was a small one. This is the one I wanted to get into. Titan Tool and Die Auto Parts in Windsor. The workers noticed that the bosses were attempting to bring the tools and dies across the border to Michigan. How patriotic of them. These are the people that are telling you to, buy Canadian and we're all in this together. They're looking out for themselves. The workers correctly blockaded this. They occupied the plant and they stopped them from taking the tools and dies across the border. I think this is what should be followed. This is the only way to protect jobs. This is a crisis of epic proportions. It is an existential crisis. The Canadian economy does need to shift. Even if you argue maybe it needs to shift away from America, how are you going to do that? I'd say expropriate the oil and gas, expropriate, nationalize these auto manufacturers, these steel and aluminum plants, instigate an economic plan of production to retool the Canadian economy, the manufacturing sector, to produce different things, to actually cut the corporate profiteering and greed out of the equation so that we can actually make a rational decision. This is the solution. This is the socialist solution. This is actually the only solution. Anyone arguing anything different is accepting the negative consequences of the crisis on the shoulders of working class people. So yeah, we need to fight for this program in the labor movement, in society at large, right? Militant working class methods, the fight to nationalize plants that are being shut down, open the books, show us the running of things, what's going on. Don't accept any cuts, any layoffs, peg the wages to inflation to make sure working class people don't suffer. That's what the RCP, the Revolutionary Communist Party, is fighting for. I think what we're arguing is actually very realistic, the only realistic way to stop this crisis.